Or you summon, like, a horde of self-replicating drones to come and end your life. Which I guess we kind of have already done, thanks to corruption, so technically, what's the worst that can happen?
Oh, you don't want me to answer that, do you?
Button pressing is always safe. Those are the rules. What isn't safe is our base. Because technically, if they came for us in the vehicle, they'll come for us here. And I don't actually think we've got any defenses. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Salty Farrell attempt to connect to games in simulator.
It
Actually, it looks like you're
in.
in. Yeah. I take that back. Salty Farrell has connected to Game Simulator. Hope everyone's well.
Mystified Farrell. That's what it is. Yeah, defenses. Yeah, that's kind of a thing, isn't it?
Oh god, this thing really is broken. Wow, okay. We did more to this than I thought.
Yeah, it, Bob is having a field day with that.
Fix it, please, Bob. Actually, technically, we do have one defense. We've got your guided missile launcher truck. You have to shoot them down for us.
Yeah, it's not actually going to be automatically firing on them, though, is the only problem.
Okay, so we learned a few lessons from this iteration of the vehicle, and one of them was it needs some shields. And I'm also going to put a projector on it, because I happen to have a blueprint. So rebuilding it shouldn't be too difficult.
And also, definitely need to, if we're adding shields to it, that's going to add weight, so probably an extra small hover engine or two, and probably uprate the small reactors to the azimuth small reactors, just so we can get some extra power output out of those. Otherwise, we're going to be hammering those batteries pretty darn hard.
Maybe. I don't know. Seems like over worrying to me. Yeah, probably.
You can never have enough power on a grid. Great thing, you can't actually overload a grid in Space Engineers. Uh-oh.
Yes, you can.
Lucas will find a way to do that.
Yeah, you can. You can overload a grid.
Well, you can, yeah, underpower a grid, but you can't, like, overload it and blow out the entire ship's power
You
grid.
can't blow anything, yeah, it doesn't do it. I mean, it will take the whole power out for a bit, but it does come back again.
It's not like, say, Transformers down the street.
No.
Hopefully they're not blowing up anytime soon.
Well, the one in my garden did. Thankfully, that's now fixed. Made a bit of a mess when they were filling in the blooming holes, though, of course. Okay. Project, can you give Bob a little flick for me?
Bob, sure.
Yeah, Bob on here. Might be another thing to think about.
Couldn't hurt. Off and on.
Thank you. Just want to stick a projection down.
Yep.
Is that a house? This had a howitzer on it. We have a howitzer somewhere else on the base still as well, but... okay. Maybe it's under update date. Okay, I thought I took a blueprint of it and actually didn't. Wicked.
That's okay, because I know I have a couple of them.
Hang on a second. What's this here? Blueprints. We're alright. We are alright. Okay. Is Bob building? Bob's on.
He is.
No. Barrel, you let me down. I want you to turn him off. You said you had.
You said flick him.
Yeah, flick him off.
Alright, alright, alright. Hang on.
We now have a third cockpit.
Okay, well, that means we have a place to put text when he's on.
I don't think the third cockpit's in a very good place. Can't imagine text be lasting very long in that particular spot. Alright, we off. Am I safe?
That.
It would be nice. Just, I mean, this isn't it would be nice rather than a complaint, but it would be cool for projectors to have a mode where you could, like, the projection would be visible but not weldable, so you could position things, because the only way to stop it is to turn it off, and then I can't position things. Are we looking alright now?
It's just like if they did something like what they do on Factorio, where you can place blocks and basically ghost them like they are Blueprint and Space Engineers, like they're a blueprinted block, and then actually, you know, build a ship that way, and then turn on you know, something to weld it, or weld it up yourself. That would be kind of nice too.
Hey Scott, no wog bombs for you today, I'm afraid.
Fuel critical.
Should be able to whack bomb back on again now. It wasn't finished in the first place, so should be plenty of places to put extra stuff on.
Yeah, build repair group back on.
Bob has a setting for that, sort of. He has a colour setting, but that requires you to have painted your blueprint that colour before you took the blueprint. Otherwise he won't ignore it. Protection's only an issue if you're using something that that also welds, or you're playing with a group of people, and therefore they might not be able to tell that it's not positioned up correctly. I can certainly think of occasions where that could have happened on Green Team. Trying to
Actually, I can tell you the setting that Steve O was talking about is the build new option.
Ah, okay, it's a different option.
Because, yeah, so it's when checked, the build repair system will also construct projected blocks. So you can turn that off, so that way it'll only project blocks that exist in the world. Then that way you can work with projection without having any problems.
What on earth have we... That seems really...
We want to stick... Hover armored, military, small.
It certainly flies well enough, so that's not something we need to fiddle with too badly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just adding a couple extra just to handle the added weight of the shield generators. So that shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Well, I noticed I did to get the thumbnail. I did have to go and drive it around a bit to see how things were behaving, and as part of that, I did notice that she can fly around on only a single hover engine, like one front. If only one front end of the vehicle's left, it'll still fly on that.
Yeah, but the problem is if you happen to take any decent terrain, it does ground out pretty easily. Well, I should say, if you take a really big hill. Take the small ones just fine. The other problem is I almost feel like I want to take this, is that thruster doing there? Anyways, that's... I even ever fix that or not?
Turn the key projection off. Once you've built it, you shouldn't then replace it down to be built again. That's how quick projection works. Why is it doing that? I've got keep projection.
And it keeps getting turned off?
No, I've got keep projection disabled, and I want it to build these thrusters, and then I want to delete them again, because I don't want those thrusters there, because it's a really stupid place for them. I don't know how they ended up there, but what it should now do, having built that, is remove that bit of the blueprint from visibility, except if I delete these, it'll put it back. Also looks like either Bob's being slow or are out of steel plates. Or I've been distracting him.
77, 373.
Okay, so it's just taking ages.
Estimated 3,899.
Estimated 3,000. Ah, good.
Yep, that bug.
Give me bottles. I've had enough of this falling out of the sky rubbish. I was thinking that hole there was a perfect fit for a battery.
Well, I mean, we've got
can always
one,
fit
two.
The,
we've got 3 batteries on this thing already. Actually, a 4th.
Well, yeah, but we're about to add, I mean, a bunch of shields to it. I'm just thinking, like, we can always tuck the shields around the battery, but that is a great spot for a battery. It'll fit in there nicely.
I did also. That's right.
Although we do have the
pink back on the bar.
other battery.
We do have the. Well, they're azimuth batteries to start with, so those are pretty OP, and then the azimuth reactors are in place now too, so she should be able to.
Yeah, azimuth battery. Yeah. Oh.
Turn on the right color first. There we go. Okay.
Holy Christ, you get used to one server setting and then you move on to a different server and suddenly realise have I got... No, I don't have creative mode on. They just don't have build states, roger. Or have very plain build states.
No, it's like I started putting in blocks by hand, completely forgetting the fact that I even have Bob, because I grew to not have to think and rely on Bob. Now I've got to do that again. Which is a good thing and a bad thing.
It feels like we are missing some Bobs as well. Shouldn't be this slow.
Well, we're kind of... We're not really within range of the... Yeah.
Yeah, we're out of range of a whole bunch of them, that's why. We're only in range of a couple on the end. Be enough dealt with. That's better. Oh yeah, you won't do it because it's got a cockpit on it, hasn't it? So it's technically owned.
But I should be okay now.
Yeah,
it wasn't even.
It was why he wasn't touching it to begin with when it was on, because it was, you know, normally you can just leave debris and Bob will finish it up for you.
Back there.
I think Chaos
Also
land speeders are rare and relatively crap. Land speeders are relatively crap in general.
That's right. I need to get some shield generators going. We did not bring any down with us, because why would we put shield generators on anything we're running on the surface?
Yeah,
it's perfectly safe down here.
It's fine down here. Have we finished all the projected blocks yet? I'll turn the projector off because it's annoying. Yes, looks like I can. Then I can get rid of those stupid thrusters that are just going to burn something out and we're bound to forget about. That is an idiot place for a thruster. I mean, technically we could leave it there, but why would you?
Which thruster would that be?
The ones that are pointing back off the rear of the cockpit. There's 2 here. Like a really odd place to have thrusters. I mean, technically it works. There are just enough spots, but yeah.
Oh, because back then we didn't actually have anything back there, and we only need to worry about 2 blocks behind it, so...
Either way, they can go away.
Yep. Let's see. Let's see about putting a little more side thrust on it.
There is an easy spot for it.
Well, there's one right here next to the
Existing
thruster that's there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, right, we're looking at the same side. I had just made the assumption that we were looking at the same thing from different sides, and to be honest, there's no reason not to keep up there either. Braking thrust is looking alright. Could be worse.
Yeah, braking's not too bad. The side to side is what's really been tricky. That, and what did we leave on this thing for gyros? 1 or 2?
I think it's got 2 at the moment. Yeah, they're buried into the deck.
No, that was actually 4 showing up.
Okay, God knows where the other 2 are then. We'll find those at some hilarious moment.
Yeah, they'll pop out and when they can do the most damage. There's one other thing I want to do, and that is we need some secondary weaponry. So that way, in case we ever lose the main cannon, we still have an offensive option on this thing.
Can I propose, if we have it on, yes, CMD Bob has a tiny little turret that you can use on small ships.
The small Gatling turret?
Small Gatling turret, yeah, 1 block big. And much nastier than you might expect them to be.
Oh, I know how nasty they are, because at one point I was going to cover the thug with them.
Yes, I think
and
Mr. Shack and Mr. Splitsy may even have discovered that.
Yeah, they are massively...
At about the same time as I did. Not quite realizing quite how nasty those are going to be.
Let's see, I guess we can just go for...
Oops. Type a few things there for you.
Stay off of those.
Important message.
Important message. What message would be that important? Ooh, let's see. I don't Gives me an excuse to armor up the underside of the cockpits a little bit, too.
No! No, they must be exposed. Show that we are manly. But not that Scott variety. Wouldn't be that Scott variety, because, you know, I don't do a real job. No, Scott, we're never forgetting that. Fill a box of lies, tiny, he was saying tiny shield gens for all the gaps, which just gave me an idea. What's to stop us from putting air brakes on this?
Nothing, really.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, we need more forward slowy downy. Air brakes.
Well, I mean, even just a side-to-side thing, too, if you need to quickly bring the slew motion to a stop. We fit a couple of those in on this.
I can see...
A million places.
Can you use mirror mode in survival? Nope. Well, yes, if you have creative mode tools on, at which point you're not really in survival anymore. should be able to fit it into the side armor, surely, man. Look. Given we haven't finished greebling any of this, what's to stop us from putting ones like that? Alongside the buttresses. Oh, you're putting turrets
I
on.
could go. Yeah. I got the turrets on the bottom are good, but if you run into that situation where we were in the other day, where we had something in the air that nothing could shoot at, come in pretty handy. Failing at these things take down missiles pretty nicely too. And what we do is...
Shut up, Chris. You saw me go and look for them on the stream. I need to remember the reason there's nothing here is because this is an impossible angle.
I guess what I can just do is leave these in there and just... How are these shield generators coming? Do we have those all... Or are they still welding up?
We've got big holes in the cockpit still that we can use for something if we need to as well. I don't think you did anything, Scott. It's Chris. Chris complaining about my lack of using nice tools. I would say, actually, in this case, when the server's running this well, for the grinder at least, I don't need nice tools. I'll cause more damage than I'll help.
Well, it works both ways, because to say about what was going on last night with the sim speed of points there, it was like, do you really want elite grinders? Because inevitably they're going to get stuck on, and before you know it, you've grinded away half the craft you're working on.
Well, also, there was a definite argument last night for, at least on our end, reducing production, increasing output. Now, whether it was entirely us or whether there was other things going on the server at the same time or what, is another question, but we definitely experienced an increase in output by reducing the amount of production we had. Which is not the way around you normally think of things.
You just come up with basically something that takes what you're doing and instead of bumping it up to the nth degree, just use it more intelligently. Figure that'll shield that thruster better.
Oh, Mac. Enjoy, I guess. Yeah, I need to remember that there is holes in there.
Oh, come on, really? One last piece and I don't have the parts for it. Of course.
Goes in here. I feel like something should go in here. What is going to go in this hole? More shield gens?
Can you never have enough of those?
Possibly not. Possibly not. Seems fair.
Okay, that should hold it up a bit better. Give better light around the sides of it so you can see where we're actually flying this thing at night.
No. Don't need that.
We do if I'm not going to manage to fulfill my self-mandate of managing to somehow crash everything.
I'm crashing anything as well. Not have many opportunities to, I'll admit. Well, actually, saying that, I haven't seen Red POV. Maybe I'm wrong.
Actually, yeah, I do have to fess up to a crash there, but not a very big one.
I've crashed on green POV, 100%. That was a big one.
Yeah, I seem to recall feeling the lag off of that one pretty badly, I suspect.
Yes, I think everyone on the server knows when that particular crash was.
Okay, so that... backlight, bottom lights, side lights, front lights... Ammo! Need to ammo up these turrets.
This way, when we next encounter the locals, they don't get to blow the turret off. Oh, that's a good point, bloody hell. Just dawned on me that I need to rebuild the turret.
Yeah, it's not in the blueprint.
Well, it is, but...
Well, it is, but yeah, not projected from it. Yeah.
Only largest grid will be used. Back. Because I got to try and remember what the hell I did. Which I can't. Cheat.
Magnesium. How the heck are we completely out of magnesium?
We didn't bring any down. We weren't exactly that well organized.
Yeah, we don't need magnesium. We don't need to shoot anything down here.
There. Oh.
Oh.
What did you just do?
I put ammo in a Gatling gun.
Yeah, but what did it shoot?
Something off in this direction.
Because I heard an explosion as well.
I know, so did I. Didn't put any zombies on here, did we?
Zombies are on, but they can't spawn on this planet.
Okay. And zombies don't generally self-destruct either, so...
Not unless we got like sneaky Cyberhounds update again and no one said anything.
I don't know what it shot at, but it definitely shot at something and it is still pointing at it.
Oh, as hell has
Well,
no
that's
beer.
just...
That's what I did. I'll put that into the Bitex and beer fund.
Just gonna turn off shoot neutrals on this thing. Seems like a good idea. Missiles.
Oh yeah, that's a
meteors.
treatise that needs to be made on the PvP server. Because the number of incidents with friendly fire with turrets is increasing.
Range, idle movement's off, so, well, it's already off by default with those, so...
Okay.
Whatever that was, it decided to shoot something. Don't know.
is, what the
left
fuck did
here.
I do? All out of one side, one large grid. Man, can I really... There really is no way of extracting that from the blueprint easily, is there? Well, technically there is. I love the fact you can get a blueprint out in survival mode, but you can't get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we got that. Both those engines are there. That engine is there. That's loaded. Now for the game of who can I beg, borrow, or steal ammo from.
Fuck. Saw it there for a second, yeah. Let's go at entity list. Ooh, looks like we could do with some trash cleanup. Wow.
Is running.
2 later.
C-Wiz isn't using those.
Stop accelerating. Let me blueprint the thing. Yes. You.
Ah, that's what's probably carrying it. That's the grid. Evenly. It should be enough. Oh, that's why I can't actually see anything I'm pointing at. Game. Let's turn that on, please. I'd actually like to see a crosshair. Make my job of pointing at a teeny tiny little port much easier.
Can you do me a favor and pop Bob off?
Yep. Bob is offline.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I got pizza later. Ball and Chain Gaming, we're currently watching the stream while making pizza from scratch.
Pizza.
I haven't made pizza from scratch in a while, I have to admit. But I do have a freshly made pizza that I bought earlier for later. Yeah, chicken and pesto is going to be good. Huzzah, I have successfully cheated.
Well, you're 90% of the way there. Just gotta actually turn it 90 degrees.
Yeah, with a bit of luck, that's the right one. Nope.
Nope.
No, not spawn projection either. This one. Maybe your?
That put it straight up there.
Nope. It's the third one. Holy shit! Mini-putt! Mini-putt with his crazy donations. 500 of the Norwegish. Norwegish? What am I talking about? Why did I want to say Swedish krona? It's not Swedish krona. You can tell by the fact that it's got the N. The N in it. Thank you very much, dude. It's very kind of you. Yeah, massively appreciated. You guys are all very, very kind with your donations. Quite
There you go.
That looks about right. Right, I'm going to need to build up the rotor head and etc. into the right position for it. Ah, hang on. I need to also turn it 90 degrees because this is 90 degrees off from the blooming where the rotor attaches. You can see, yeah, that's not the back, that's the side.
Yep.
That'll be the first one we did, I think. Yeah, except not that way.
Yep,
that
other way. There you go. And now you just need to bring it a little further back. Right about there. Maybe one down. I think you had the rotor completely flush there, didn't you?
I did. We might want to consider raising it up a little bit. I mean, we should be able to, because that projection's not technically there, I should be able to just put the rotor on in the right spot. And does it show the... Oh, that is the rotor head. I thought for a second it was showing like the rotor body on the other side. I was like, how the fuck did I manage to build it that way around? That's going to be a problem. Is that enough? Oh shit, it's not going to be enough. No, because like, the projections enabled us to work out where to put it. But of course, the projection itself now needs to be moved onto the right part of the grid for that to work. So I need half-height armor block there or something. I can then attach a projector to then put the real projection on so it'll build. God, that's a little awkward. I didn't think about the fact that it was on the end of a second rotor that didn't even exist yet.
Well, hopefully, all should work.
Nah, because the projector's still on the wrong grid.
I see what you mean now, yep.
I need to work out which one of these blocks I can place to then use as the basis to attach that's there. Then it looks like I've got just a full block there, and that can then have the projector attached to it, and then I can position it off of that. That's a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but if it works, it works.
That's why we've got to get these guns working, is because they are utterly glorious. But you just got to look at the one in the background there. It's just awesome. We need this work. We need this functional. Farrell's driving around in his homing rocket hatred.
Yeah, I'm just getting this thing out of the way. Is up with the wheel settings on this thing?
I didn't do anything.
I can actually, at a standstill, gyro steer this thing.
What's your friction at?
I just turned up to 100% and I'm still able to do it.
New design ideas abound.
Not really, because it's uncontrollable in this way. I mean, it's cool, but...
It's upside down, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, I am completely gyro steering this thing. Turn the wheels on, and whoa, there we go. Okay, there's my crash.
Hello.
Got that out of the way. Turned a little too steep.
There we go. I'm going to turn Bob on, unless you have any issues with the above.
No objections.
Build my turret. Build it. Oh, and she's pinged. Why does it have wings as part of the bodywork?
Because you can actually do some pretty interesting stuff with a light enough rover and intervening terrain.
Like flip it easily.
Well, yeah, flip it for one thing, obviously. But yeah, if you're like trying to traverse a canyon,
no, I've realised I can see the advantages. I just think it may have contributed to your demise as well.
Yeah, I suspect it probably did. I don't know what was going on with the that whole grid, but between that and possibly the rotors on it too, it had just been a bit too much for it.
Of course, I'm completely unfazed by Farrah That's just a standard happening around the base. There's nothing unusual about that. Well, something's making banging noises. Oh well.
Around here,
seems about
I call that Saturday. Yeah, just another Saturday.
A few more holes in the ground, it's all fine. Why do they have a magnet ship? No, in Uncooperative survival hot source, failure is the only option. Yes, build, my beauty, build.
Apparently, even if we wanted to be using elite tools right now, we can't. We don't even have any down here. I thought we grabbed a whole bunch when we came down here.
Yeah, so did I, but that doesn't mean we actually remember to do that. That just means that at one point we intended to.
Didn't leave any in there either.
I'm here to help, Bob. Never fair. And with you, I can't weld bits that means that we can't get at stuff, because you can always get at stuff. That's why I love you, Bob. How can you have a bad feeling about this, Bob? Scott? We've already tested this.
Yeah, worked perfectly fine.
This isn't an untested design. The only thing we did not test was what happens when, like, random drone shows up halfway through you driving out to shoot a base. See, look, we got a test. We played with this one here. It was fun. I don't know when my seat that I was playing with it is gone. I think there was some plans of making a truck, and then got sidelined by plans of making a hovercraft.
Well, it all started off innocently enough, just waiting to make artillery pieces. Now I've got an artillery piece and a hover vehicle.
Now I start to wonder, what's to stop me from making a hover truck? I keep this basic design, just replace all the wheels with hover engines, and still give it a truck neck.
Not much is going to stop you from that. I mean, wouldn't look too bad.
That could look alright, I reckon. I don't know, I quite like the idea of a truck. But...
Trick is concealing all the thrusters that you've got to add to it. Not exactly a truck-like part.
No, not so much. One of the other mods from the sort of, I can't remember what they're called, Modular Encounters collection, I do remember what they're called, is a planetary installations one. And some of these planetary installation bases actually send out stuff to come and get you from time to time. Not all of it works at the moment. Some of the members of it need to be replaced and updated, I should also probably... Yeah, it looks like partly our world is filled up with unfortunate corruption drones that are having a bad day. By which I mean they're trying to get to us and it's not ending well. It really doesn't seem to be ending very well for any of this stuff. That's the one
I would suspect not. Yeah.
Well, some of it's atmospheric fighters, but yes, I think there's
There was some discussion pre-stream in the Discord chat, which I said, no, I am not going to happy taunt the drones sitting down here going neener, neener, neener. Nope, not doing that. I'm enjoying a little break from the drones, that's all.
Yes, I might, as much as it's nice to have the drones waiting in orbit, I might have to turn that mod off whenever we're sitting here with on the planet for any length of time.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, going in and pulling up the shield power in the HUD does feel a little anemic compared to what I'm used to.
What is it, though?
9800.
Okay, that's pretty anemic.
That'll hold up to about maybe,
hang on.
like, 3 seconds of sustained gat fire, I suspect.
Hang on, we can fix this. Never ye fear, Mr. Farron.
We fix it without creating such a massive power drain that this thing plummets to the ground immediately.
Yes.
Actually, I think I see a spot down here I can do a little something something to do.
I can do this and leave space to put another set of batteries in as well. There's so much room in this little gap.
Yeah, I just found a spot to squeeze in a couple more on the bottom of the hull. Right down the center line. $1,800, yeah, 18,900. That's doing much better.
I'm not done yet.
I only did 5 seconds.
I only did one side. Said there was a ton of
thing.
Finished yet. Revolves around quite a lot of upside down flying and stuff because the holes left may have been deep.
Blocks out should be safe there.
Just 1 or 2 more shield generators. What's making random clanging noises, Farrell?
That would be me trying to use the ladder that the collapsible ladder I just put in. If we get out of the cockpit, we can get back in, but I forgot. With this being multiplayer, I'm not allowed to use anything like ladders because that just glitches me out.
Silly man.
Yep. Yeah, it just likes to bounce me up and down off the ground like that. Either way, should work for you at least.
That's the only important part, really.
Mm-hmm. Has to work for the host. In the meantime, it gives me more salty footage to play in an update parody video.
only bit I'm not sure about is the front of the engines. Front of the hover engines at the back. But we can't do a huge amount about it because of where the blooming thrusters are. Frustratingly.
Yep.
Oh well.
It still kind of works, so... Not great, but...
26,000. It's a bit better. Good thing. Right for me.
Alright, let's see.
Put your ladder down. Get out of the cockpit.
Alright.
Down. Safety first. Oh, then you get back in the cockpit. It's not quite the Star Citizen experience.
Nope, not at all.
And then you can sort of half fall off the ship and grab the ladder. Perfect. We've got AA turrets. How are we going to dock to charge its batteries? No idea. Sounds like complicated. In the end, there's nothing to prevent us from literally just slapping a connector on the bottom. This ship is not needing to actually hook up for any purpose as far as like cargo is concerned, so there's nothing to prevent us from literally just putting a connector there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and, I mean, we've got reactors on board, so... Charging the batteries, topping off, not a problem. And, well, yeah, like you said, there's no way we could wire up all this cargo. Between the ammo and the turret, the little mini turrets here.
Not sure that's a good thing to have on the back.
Well, actually... Hmm? Oh, the bumper sticker.
Mm-hmm. My other car is fecking awful. Look at a little greeble fire there. Doing a bit of micromanagement from work.
I mean, as far as connecting anything up to the cockpit, technically there is one thing hooked up, and that's the GATs in the bottom front into the cockpits themselves, so we can load those that way at least. But that's it. The top ones, the reactors are both manual load. It would take a pretty big undertaking to probably get the main turret here to be wired into any sort of cargo system.
Connector on the bottom, hover over the base and squat hard. Yep, exactly that. Just clench.
Except you remember what you remember what happens when I do that, though, right?
Oh, that's actually.
I start filming a music video.
I'm at the front of this. Did I set the batteries to charge? Almost certainly not. Sounds like a sensible thing to do. We wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy talk. Well, that and 4 of the batteries are incomplete anyways.
So we're out of power cells, basically.
Okay. Quartermaster to the rescue. I mean, we can make any. soon as I can find them on the very large list. Got 40 of them, actually.
All right.
Huh, I've got 40 of them, but okay, superconductor components as well. That's not helping.
Ooh,
Cesium powder, lots of it, huh?
already had a jar. Don't. Oh.
Cobalt, silver, silicon, but I have not found magnesium on this map yet.
Ooh. Yes, so it is. Thank you, Tex. Wasted a jar, I made it worse last time. Okay, I will take your word for that. I seem to remember we did a fair bit of testing with this one, but or the 4-barrel version of that one.
What, nickel? Probably, yeah.
How's the ammo situation looking? I'm getting there.
Well, not good because of the lack of magnesium. Which is odd because we do have a little bit of it in the assemblers, but not enough of it apparently. And that's all we've got on the grid, so we are... If there's any in Stacy here. Not hooked up to the grid at the moment. Oh. Well, I mean, you do have some ammo in the other cannons over here. I just saw that thing go bouncing up and down.
Yeah, it's doing a bit of bouncing at the moment. I think that might be a byproduct of... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's a byproduct of the fact it's got some thrusters on them with different settings to the rest.
Oh, yeah, because the extra hovers I added.
At least I believe that'll be what'll be causing it. Yeah, that's a bit better. Might be a bit close to the ground still for the hitboxes we've got on the turrets and so on, but for the most part it looks alright.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Point at which I take a blueprint before I forget. And go and refill my hydrogen and energy and beer.
Okay, I've unloaded the testing field cannon and loaded up the artillery in the back, so... That should take care of that. Gats on board have a little bit of ammo in them at least.
Ah, dull. Those are the wrong rounds. Wrong rounds entirely. Mini putt. Any thoughts on the new RTX 2080 Ti? Thank you for the donation as well. Yeah, a bit, which is just hold on to your cash for the time being. Let's actually see what the figures are like. Don't go out and dive out and buy one. I mean, unless you've got loads of free money to spare. I mean, the 2080 Ti is going to be faster than anything that's out now. The question is just by how much, and is it by enough, or is it purely hanging on DLSS and ray tracing? And I think it might be that second one. I think that might be the reality, but we have to have a look. We don't know yet, so just hold on. That would be my thoughts on that. Mining, fucking hell, $100. $100. Greetings, Wasted. I find myself in need of a new monitor since there are some massive lines of dead pixels. Any you'd recommend that's 22 to 24 inch? You're going to have to update me on your budget, sir, because I can't just based off that. I know what I'd get, but it may well be that what I'd recommend is outside of a sensible budget for you or whatever. Or my budget would be too low. I don't know. So if you can drop in chat what your budget would be, I'm quite happy to give you what advice I have. Ironic that we get like double PC tech questions one after the other. I have a Fractal Design Node 202 on the side behind me, along with a, what's this thing called? Yeah, Scythe Big Shuriken 2. Covered in Chinese text. It's a great box. Going to be doing a ITX build some point next week. What would you get? My budget's quite open. I'm well off. All right. Well, I would look for 144 hertz. I would look for IPS and minimum 144 hertz. I would look for IPS, and I would then take into account that this means you're going to run into the panel lottery a little bit. But basically, you're looking for a panel from Asus or Acer. It'll be one of the AU Optronics panels. And aside from that, there's not much in it. I wouldn't worry too hard about G-Sync. G-Sync's going to matter when you are running very high resolutions, and on that sort of panel I would not recommend it. That's a 1440p panel at most. Don't go 4K on that. It's just not necessary. You'll end up making it harder to run for no reason. So yeah, I mean, specific models of monitor I don't know off the top of my head. I think with Asus it would be one of the PQs or PGs. Or one of the MQ, MG line, which are their FreeSync equivalents to the G-Sync ones, which is what I'm using, a FreeSync one, even though I have an NVIDIA graphics card, because I'm not that bothered. It runs high enough FPS that it's not going to be making much use of G-Sync anyway, and that's where I'd look.
Did you write all that down? Good.
IPS. 144 hertz plus, Asus or Acer, might be a decent Dell one, but I doubt it, and you'll play a massive premium, and at this point in time they'll come with all the other features by default because they're competing with each other so hard, so you'll get the nice stand that has adjustment in every which way direction, and you know, you'll get all the decent features. If I had time to look up specific model numbers, I would, but yeah, appreciate it, dude, and don't go 4K, please don't go 4K. 144 hertz, 1440p, best option. The only thing I should mention, I mentioned the thing about the panel lottery. When you get the monitor, you need to be really careful to have a look around. Does this bring my mouse up? No, but this does. Have a look around these areas here, around the sides of the screen. Try it with a pure black background, try it with a pure white background. These monitors as a whole have a bit of an issue, the panels have a bit of an issue with panel uniformity and with backlight bleeding. And you'll be able to see it, and you'll see these glowy areas in the corners, like here and here and here. You know, each corner, and you'll have one bright one and then one that's not so bad and all that. Whoa. We got our actual friend. It's an unknown signal it's shooting at. Lol. Stop it. We might actually want that. Oh, the turret on top of the...
Oh, I see.
The plasma turret up on here has taken out the unknown signal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, keep an eye on those areas of the panel, and if it looks kind of bad and you can notice it, I mean, it'll stand up really badly on a black, but if you can notice it when it's not black, send the panel back, get them to send you a fresh one. And keep doing that until you get a nice one, because as soon as you do get a nice one, it's lovely. But there are some nastier ones kicking around. Their quality control for that set of panels is not as good as it could be. What about 8K? Screw 8K. As gamers, we ain't going to be running 8K for a decade. Not unless Nvidia or AMD start up in their game. Because right now, I mean, it looks like if you turn on the latest feature of the latest graphics cards, you can expect to lose FPS dramatically. So if we're not going forwards, we're kind of stagnated, just like with processors. Yes, give me one moment, guys. I need to be right back. It's kind of a cool little ground base-ish. Got some really ugly vehicles.
Except this one. This one looks good.
Oh, but Mr. Textfire, while I am aware that most articles would recommend for especially for a 22-inch, a 1080p monitor, I'm not most articles. With what he was requesting, I would go 24-inch, what might even end up being a 25-inch technically, 1440p IPS, because you will notice a difference. Won't be massive, it won't be as massive as it would be if you got 27-inch, but I'm assuming there was a reason he said 23 to 24, or 22 to 24, rather than whatever size. And it was Mydine that was asking for the recommendation. Okay, this thing seems pretty much ready to go, Farrell.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm just doing some trash cleanup out here real quick.
The thing is, Mydine, and this will be a really weird opinion, I've recently gone from a 24-inch IPS 60Hz Dell display, 16 by 10, which is what 24 inches tend to be. That's why I mentioned the 25-inch thing. Is normally you'd end up with, if you want a 16 by 9 one, it would actually end up being 25-inch or 23.7. But I've recently done it, and I got to be honest, it's lovely, but it's a tiny bit too big. From the angle of where I sit and where I like to sit looking at my monitor right now, if I'm playing, the biggest example is WoW, but other games do it too, the things in the corners, the things up here, so you've got your mini-map up here and so on, I don't see them, not in the same way I used to. I used to be very conscious of everything that was going on the screen. So if you could give me more detail but in a slightly smaller area. Cut it off like around here so it stays properly centered within my vision so I don't have to look around so much. But then keep the resolution nice and crisp, because I have to admit, you know, the 1900 by 1200 that I had on those monitors wasn't as nice. Then, yeah, that Dell 24-inch 144, 125 hertz could be decent. Yeah, Maiden's, Miniput's screen will be a TN one. You can't get a 244 hertz IPS. Nope, not happening. Not yet, at least. Looking forward to when we can. What? That's a lot of rounds. Nice.
For the cannon?
Yeah.
No, I just unloaded what we had on the other grid there.
I'm just saying. That's a lot of rounds. I approve.
You realize you're in the wrong cockpit, though, right?
Am I? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you set the firing up in the red one, because that's where you've got the button to get into the Mart script and everything.
Well, actually, I put it into both.
Yeah, okay. Then I need to do is add in... Oh, that's right. They're all on automatic. Okay.
Oh, I know what those ones are, Kimball. Those are the UH2412s, aren't they? They are 10-bit panels. But they were very expensive.
Can you pop in and out of the cockpit real quick?
Never.
Okay. Should let me take control of it then, so I can actually fly it. Or not.
IPS are the ones that you get the greatest viewing angle with. That's why it's especially important that if you're going to do a big screen, you take into account that, like, if you're going to sit close to a big screen, don't get TN, because you'll actually start getting color distortion towards the edges of the screen just looking straight at it, because it's big enough now that you start to hit that point where you're hitting a dodgy angle for it. No, Miniput, I'm saying you've got a 244 hertz that's running with a TN panel rather than an IPS panel. I don't believe there is a 244 hertz IPS. I might be wrong, but can we stop doing lowrider, please?
I'm not actually doing that. That is... come here. Gunner.
Apparently I'm in control.
Yeah,
Sort
that's
of.
the problem.
Sort of.
Tried turning off control thrusters, and that's what started it to go absolutely nuts. Okay. So
I'm starting to think that maybe this bouncing is to do... Maybe not.
Alright, I should have... Yeah, something's messed up here. Let's check. Oh, and there goes Space Engineers.
Oh, goodbye.
Tried to adjust one slider and it crashed.
The thing with Samsung, and this is my opinion, everyone is obviously welcome to their own. Samsung use VA panels, which is a technology that they specifically own and don't license to anyone else. They sell panels to other people with VA technology, but they don't... they make it all in-house. It's their own thing. And it's similar to IPS, but not the same as IPS. And I think part of the... Oh, it was fine. Maybe soften this up. And part of the sort of one of the things with these panels is they have much better blacks than IPS do. Like, the blacks are really dark, but they are quite oversaturated panels. The color accuracy on them is not very good. And you combine that with the fact that Samsung does like to take that saturation dial by default and crank it to like 140%, and you do end up with monitors that can look quite pretty, but they tend to actually be showing you some really fake colors. And on top of that, Samsung, I don't know what it is about them, but they refuse to put good stands on their monitors, and I don't know why. Everyone's now doing good stands, and Samsung just suddenly stopped.
Guess what it's back up to doing again here.
You can't connect.
Server not responding on the first attempt. And I can see in the background mod downloads just failed, but the game has not acknowledged that. It still thinks the server's waiting to respond. Get out of it. I see. You're not having any luck.
Oh, I see some of our problem.
Yeah, power. I just saw
Power.
it. Mm-hmm.
I bet you the shield's still charging?
Shouldn't be. They look like they're fine there on the stream.
Why has one of them got a required input of 3 watts, and the rest of them are 10? What?
Don't know.
Yeah, they're all 10 except for that one.
That's the special one? I don't know.
Are these azimuth batteries less powerful than I've been led to believe?
Oh, what's the output
Max
on them
output
right now?
12.96. Okay, they are considerably more powerful than standard batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Current output. Yeah, it's because the batteries are basically empty. Oh, they're all on recharge.
Oh, that'd be why.
There we go. 9 hours.
Yeah, it's Chevrolet. So my hypothesis for this multiplayer client hosting bug is that if you're connecting within the server coming up recently, you're good. If the server is actively in use, somehow that's causing the problem. Because it seems fine that it'll always connect fine at the beginning of a stream, but then midway through, if it crashes or craps out, really difficult to get back in.
Oh, not this time, fool. Go on, off you go.
Do this.
Not today.
Did we have a little friend come out to see us?
It's the same little friend as last time. Except this time he was met with a full frontal of the 4 turrets, which, as we were discussing earlier on the stream, are nastier than you expect them to be.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why that thug never went public.
HDMI versus DisplayPort go. No, I can't do HDMI versus DisplayPort because I'm not properly clued up on what the standards include. I know that they both have independent standards and that DisplayPort is an open source one. No, DisplayPort's the HDMI's open source. One of the two of them's open source and one of them's not, which is part of the differentiation. This is why I'm not qualified to talk about this, is because I don't know this subject well enough. I just know that make sure that your DisplayPort and HDMI version is nice and up to date. Important thing. Test air brakes. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. I even set up a group for it, didn't I? Forwards brakes, side brakes, not on off, open close is the one I'm looking for.
Alright, so I've got a world here that has 90% of the same mod set, the mods that we're running right now. I can load into that just fine.
Sides are good. Looks pretty cool, actually.
Oh, that's lovely, Keen. So I loaded a single-player world to make sure that I could actually verify all the mods are indeed up to date, kind of force Keen that way to let me in. It loaded the world, had me in it for about 5 seconds, and then has now immediately kicked me back out to the loading screen.
Special times.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, let's be careful how close I'm getting
engineers.
to the enemy here. Close enough, I think. For a little fire test. Wow, we've even because we got Whip's camera, and I can even use the little ranging blips on it, the nil dots.
Oh, nice.
All right. First shot. shot out. I'm firing the wrong ammo.
Roger that. Target in sight. Fire for effect.
Fire explosive. Round 2. Ranging. M77 is not working. Don't tell me the salvo script's being weird on me. I did set it really slow. I might have set it too slow. Or the salvo script's broken. Oh,
Okay.
that was a fire.
That is good.
Where are we hitting? Come on, baby. Hang on. No. Did I just overshoot it?
No way. Really?
Where are we? We're over there. This is suddenly feeling very Command and Conquer. We've got a black and red building. I'm in some hover tank with artillery on the back of it. I'm liking it. Okay. Back to the ship. Dropping on the mill dots. Firing.
It's insisting server not responding. Alright, let's
See the
try.
smoke. Come on, baby. Close. Close. Another half on the mill dots, I think. Also, can we have a little bit of in-game sound, please?
Alright, I'm trying something here.
I don't know why I'm not getting firing noises. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. Friend just spawned.
Gonna give him a nice warm welcome.
Okay, the range needs to be reduced dramatically. Oh, come on, load the round. Load the round. There we go. Oh, it's going to miss now. It fell way short. West Space displays what is open source. HDMI requires HTTP 2.2, which is the copyright protocol. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I could, if I'd thought about that for a second, I would have remembered, because I would have remembered that the HDMI is the one that means that sometimes your PS4 is going to be a dick and not let you play Blu-rays on your TV because it's decided that you running it through your mixer is not acceptable. Come on, baby. Oh, that was close. I am so ready for you. The music thing's always broken because I always forget to launch the program that powers it. And then these days it also runs an error when it first launches, which is a suggestion that I need to change to using a different program these days. On.
Okay, so apparently in order to get this to work properly, I have to not be streaming. I have to not be watching anything on YouTube, and then suddenly that's apparently enough to make it work right.
Yes, I have officially bracketed the target. Come on, into the top. Am I running into accuracy issues here? Is that it?
Yeah, there's a bit of drift when you were test firing it last week.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely doesn't, you know, once you're on a spot, it doesn't stay there. It tends to drift. I mean, at your extreme range, it was about maybe 3 or 4 large blocks of a distance between the shots that you're firing.
I have 2 more shots before I fail basic artillery training. Come on.
And no, it is definitely not hardware issues on my end. There we go.
Technically, I hit the target with that one.
I spawned in just in time to see the explosion through the terrain there.
Technically, that was a hit.
Amusingly enough, when I reconnected it, it put me into your camera view.
Open air brakes while firing. I like that idea. Oh, hello. Hello. Proper hit there. Alright, let's try and follow her in. I like the fact that you can come back here and there's just a pile of shells on the floor behind us. You open the air brakes. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, let's get her on target. I need to raise ever so slightly further. Let's go back to F9. Fire, F8. Can we follow the projectile? No, I've lost it. Shit.
Yeah, and we are getting a little bit of drift every time we fire too, so that's probably not contributing. Saw the splash off and to the left there.
I hit it.
Alright. I got the spectator camera out. Yeah, you definitely hit it in the leg, it looks like. Still very much a threat to us, though.
Let's see about this one. I've got good feelings about this one. Take it to the face, silly thing. Oh, wow, no. I think we're actually at the edge of our range here.
No, that was dead under it.
Dead under it. All right. Farrell, do you think you can inch us a little further?
I can give it a shot. Also, apparently, amusingly enough, those air brakes not doing too much at the moment. I'm driving with the parking brake on.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, the turrets found the drone out.
Oh, we
there.
got a new one.
No, they.
No, we have got a new one. It's just spawned.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
I'm going to hit you with one of these eventually. Okay, not if you go past that fast, I won't. Come back here. Miss.
Okay, let me try turning her like this. Okay. See if that gives us a little more stable firing platform. Maybe the air brakes will help counter that a bit. Hey, do that. I'm gonna go grab some shells.
Good point. We were overshooting first. I wonder if it's a change in the attitude of the hover vessel. Okay, well, it's lost a leg now.
Apparently, I can't pick up half of those cartridges. Don't ask me why. Inventory is not full.
Who persuaded me to only put 2 guns on it? Someone persuaded me to only put 2 guns on it.
Now you want to make this a quad launcher, huh? Or a quad turret?
Yeah, or just update our salvo group so that it's not...
Now I'm just thinking organ gun from World War II. And just the recoil on those things, the way that it's working.
Ooh, I'm getting sounds now. My guns make noises. And direct hits.
That was dead on, yep. Nice shot. That just obliterated the missile launcher that was over there. It should be noted, I believe this target is using heavy armor.
It is indeed.
Another shot, good hit.
Doing a bit of shredding.
Yeah, still a little too dangerous to going on foot at this point, though.
I've lost sounds again. Yeah, we shift a little bit on every shot.
Yeah.
If I stay in the gun. Still, that looked like another direct hit. Let's try to take off that turret on the side. I know I'm set to 1 round every 30 seconds. I was trying to recompile the program to fix that, because if I seem to remember rightly, this one's done by default arguments. Did you just try and use a ladder again?
Nope.
That's what it sounded like.
I am going out and picking up ammo.
Well, I remember how it's done. It's done in the programming block custom data, isn't it? Ignore me. Yeah.
I'm just out here picking them up as they fall down now.
All I have is HE, yeah.
Yeah, she still has a bit of a wiggle when she's firing there.
Yeah, that's better. That's a bit more like it.
We have built a little bit of an ammo catch system here on the top deck, though. That could be potentially a problem.
I like that.
At least when she's firing from that direction. That actually...
I love how she moves around in the hover engines when we fire. That's really cool.
Yeah, you've obliterated the target at this point. To the point where I can tell that the server settings for unsupported grids not being unsupported stations being turned into free-floating objects. Yeah, that's not a thing right now. You're shooting through a giant hole.
It's moving.
As in, yeah, pretty much.
Bring us home, Farrell.
Yeah. Hang on, I still gotta catch all your stuff down here.
Oh god, wreckage. Hole.
It's fine.
Very angry guns.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it. We might want to get a group to turn those off for when we're...
Yeah, just a little bit here. Get you in for a nice close shot. I got him. Yes, and...
Now here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the shrapnel multi-PoV shells actually work? At all? Like at this sort of range, we should be close enough, right?
Probably, yep.
Doesn't look like it. Nope.
Hey, salvage.
Confirmed. Non-functional as shrapnel. Doesn't even take out a dude.
Doing some target practice, I see, huh?
I wanted to... I had to check what the shrapnel ones were going to do. Like, were they potentially for shooting, like, engineeros and whatnot? So I wonder if the idea is with these, you can then break down the casings to help you build more ammo if you can actually collect them and bring them back.
You know, that's exactly what we need a Bob for on this thing, then.
True, except Bob
That's the
picks
one
up
thing we
the
forgot.
rounds as well, remember? We have another
right.
target on the radar. Scouting outpost, 5.83 clicks.
You're gonna have to vector me in on that one, because I do not have that bogey.
Port bow.
Off to the port, huh?
Aye.
Oh. I'll just start driving that way.
More port. More port.
How about you lead with the turret?
More port. Because the turret lags behind when you turn. There you go. Now I'll lead with the turret.
Alright.
There you go. In fact, it's doing a pretty good job. Once it's on target, it does a pretty good job of tracking it on its own, to be honest. It's just if you turn before it's on target. Little careful. We have not yet checked out how this behaves with the new engine setup. We should be alright, but
Yeah,
you never
it'll
know.
be good. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Target in sight. Still too far out for fire, but looks like we've got a good firing location coming up here. Nice rise.
You know that we were doing that with the air brakes on. So confirmed they were not doing much to stop us. Settling in.
1.5 clicks. First shot. Let's see what happens. Looks like we're going to need to get a bit closer. That was not as high as I can aim, but...
Oh, this is also a
just go
very
for a-
small target, it looks like.
Go for a higher shot as well.
Alright.
See if there's any room to be gained by extra range, extra altitude, elevation even. Okay, there is some. That was close.
Got a nice little spot up
1.1.
here. We should be able to...
Yeah, that's looking alright. Firing.
Yep, that was far short.
Raising angle.
Closer, he closed about half the distance. That you've bridged the gap there.
You say that from my camera angle, it looks like. Oh no, it does still have windows. Windows. Okay. Fire, damn it.
I don't even know where that one hit. Saw the glow of it, but yeah, you're way ahead of it now.
Okay, so let's try range that on the top of the mountain.
The other problem is, okay, that's short, but not by much. By the time you fire it, then by the time we see the shot, it's kind of like, oh, that's almost dead on. Just adjust your aim.
Oh, that one looked like it might have been.
That caught the corner of it.
Oh
just
yeah, there's a fair
barely.
bit of that missing. It's because we're at a slight angle. I have to slightly offset myself as well.
Yep.
And we're talking about around there. Firing.
Nope. You need to come to your left a bit more.
Even more left. Okay.
Left a bit more, and you're drifting past it a little bit. If I were standing on top of this thing, I would be slightly scared. Short. Closing in a little bit. Well, the good news is you're doing really good at hitting, like, this 3-crater cluster that you've got up front there.
It's too close, right?
You got closer with that one. About 10 blocks off still. That was dead in the the craters again there.
Okay, so I'm doing...
It's interesting. Your first shot is kind of coming in the same spot, and your second shot actually hit more or less the same, like, consistently ahead the same distance. So one of those cannon is somehow getting just slightly longer distance consistently. There you go. One. Okay, you're getting closer. You're about 6 blocks away now.
Jesus. Wasted's not very good at this. Doesn't help that I'm having to reference, like, off the horizon, and when I actually fire, I can't see anything. I'm just looking at the sky.
Up, that went just beyond it. That
And
one
that
was
was
potentially
bang
dead on, waiting.
on the top. Yeah.
Yeah, you sliced off about half of it with that shot. Actually, yeah, now it's been blasted loose from the ground, so it's no longer anchored.
Yeah, zooming the camera out, Wolfmax, might have been a sensible plan. It's just quite a long way away.
Yep, so there we are. That's what's left of that one. But all of your shots were hitting consistently, like, right in front of it.
Oy.
Ooh, what's giving... Oh yeah, there's something still there.
Where is it?
Interior turret. Ah, got a hold of it.
I think I found it. No! When the smoke clears, the little bit of grid that was in front of us is now over there.
Alright, what else has decided to spawn out here to try to annoy us?
Let's make some big holes.
Mm-hmm.
However, don't remember the old two-person ship ever really working this well.
Yeah, this isn't doing too bad.
Especially when you consider that it's a rotor-controlled turret on the top.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, she's basically flying now. I just saw the shell fly right back past my point of view.
Coolness effect. Because when we're up, I can actually angle the gun low enough down in between our cockpits,
between the cockpits,
that I can shoot down.
That just begs for a cinematic shot of that now.
Yeah, we need to attack some bases like this. God, why haven't they hit the ground yet? Oh God! We're almost as quick as the projectiles we're firing. This is a problem. Oh dear. Get the turret out of the gap. Alright, nicely done. As long as you point the hover engines at trees, they'll jump over them. You just need to raise the nose a bit. That was more for chat's benefit, so they figured out like why exactly it was that. Oh, Farrell.
Yep, there we go.
Farrell.
Now we cooked it. May have cooked it a little bit there.
Stop.
Stopping.
Between
okay, trying to roll.
the turret and the... Which are you?
Oh, you're gonna try to leverage it off the turret?
Yeah, I think we're more likely to be able to roll sideways, but I reckon I can leverage us off the turret a bit. So help spin opposite to me if you can. So we get the turret out to the side.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, there we go. Ready? Stop. Oh god, what's this?
Hang on.
Stop.
Nope, I think we're getting it here.
No, we've ended up nose end round. So I'm saying I'm not off to the side anymore, I'm off to the back. Let's see what.
Okay, I see. Let's see.
There you go.
Good test for any vehicle to make sure that we can...
Alright, try and avoid any sort of spinning now. We're in a good position. Just try and keep it on
Okay. Yeah, I've got very little control here. That's not gonna immediately cause the turret to go out of position. How do we get train look like down there? There we go. Watch out.
Hang on, let me get in and again get on the turret and see if I can use that to actually help us out a bit at the same time. Oh no, I can't actually go up any higher. Oh, there we go. Hang on, I can use the back end of it.
There we go.
There you go, we're on the side. Now if can I spin this
You
round
leverage.
and... Hey!
There we go.
Oh god, dug it the other way.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm letting it, letting her figure out her own way there. Okay.
Everything's fine here. Just a little roadside recovery.
It's okay. Gave the game a little bit of time to spawn in our next target. I mean, as far as flip recovery goes, that's not too hard either. The turret definitely helps out there.
Yeah, the only reason we're getting away with it is because the shields are stopping it from breaking instantly. But
yeah, that too. But
and absolutely nobody in stream was expecting that to happen that easily either. Everyone was like, "All right, they're done now. Next hour of this stream is going to be spent trying to solve this." Look, now you're jumping just to show off. Stop that.
yep.
Oh, hang on. Down below us.
And there's a target there. Hang on.
I think I hit
Good
it.
shot. Good shot. I think you did. Or you at the very least nailed the back end of it. That was beautiful.
She's done.
Oh, this is, yep.
I like our new
3
tank.
shots and it's gone.
No,
this is good.
Actually, not easy. Oh, wait, back.
Back.
That's a supply cache. The ones that explode.
Assuming you didn't manage to neutralize it anyways.
Potentially, but let's not have it explode on us and take out the vehicle as well. Let's have it
True.
just explode on us, you know.
Well, we've got more still out there, so... Frontier outpost, oh, that should be good.
Ropey as artillery, kind of good for medium range, is the opinion thus far, apparently. Oh god, that's a big one.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, let me get...
I'm getting well
Holy
close.
crap, that's big.
God.
Okay.
Oh, my air shot's almost hit.
There you go, dead on. Beautiful.
Careful. That's a lot of fire still.
Yep.
Red shields are red, get out.
Shields of red are fine, actually. They, that's actually socially engineered, in a ways. Let me... My shield's up first, too. Yeah, we were barely even down to half at that point. They did something with that mod where it goes red even though you're like 2/3 your power in, so... You have to be in the red for quite a while to be in trouble now.
This sort of range is going to be much harder.
Yeah.
Oh god.
There, that was a good hit.
This is quite a silly game, I quite like it. Bye!
Nice shot. How much do we really have left here at this point?
That doesn't look too bad, man.
Yep. That looks like a prime salvage opportunity. Kind of. Oh!
Sorry, target
that hurt.
selected.
That hurt a little bit. Spotlight.
No, really not get it with that? No, we're getting shot by another one from somewhere. Stop that!
Yeah, got it.
Found it.
Okay, this is just too good of a tank now.
Yeah, now,
I mean, look at
as
this.
hang on, as RF77 is saying in chat, now it's time to get another one. Except that one,
God.
that one we set up with the 88 millimeters, the
Oh.
smaller caliber with the flatter trajectory.
I mean, did you see this piece right off to the starboard here?
Yeah,
That got blasted off of the building.
yeah, I approve. I approve.
Yep, we got a lookout tower now.
I think we should head home so we can each have one.
Okay.
We got enough time on the stream to build up a second one of these and end with like some silly grand finale with a pair of them.
That's the trick.
And we do need a
Okay.
Bob salvage ship. Hang on. Oh no, this is still marked up, is it? No, it's not. Shit. You can. Salvage one. Just trying to keep track of where we can go for easy salvage if we need it. Build up our hovering Bob empire.
That's going to be the
a
theme
hover
on this
Bob
planet,
cargo
is the hovers.
transport, and then I guess I turn that trailer vehicle we've got into. I could turn it into a trailer cargo transport, or I could turn it into a trailer cargo transport that happens to also have like a quad barrel artillery on the back.
I mean, at that point, then now you're also talking hover base.
Yeah, hover army to begin with.
Hmm. I have to say, somewhere
Damn it,
inside
that's
of me
our base.
is...
I can't do that.
Yeah. I was about ready to say, don't do it. I have to say,
Freak.
somewhere inside of me is the, we're good, we're good. I'm keeping an eye out for it. Somewhere inside of me is the kid who, watched too much Knight Rider growing up, who is just absolutely happy and thrilled with this.
I know what you mean, but it doesn't just have to be Knight Rider. This is like so many different. This is Halo at the same time. This is, this is a bunch of different things. I am pleased. I am pleased. Combination of cool hover engines and then cool gun mod to go with it. And the fact that SE is finally letting us get away with rotor shenanigans.
I will point out, obviously, we have stressed the power a little bit on this, but...
Yeah. Should be easier with the lighter weapons.
Mm-hmm. I should also load up what we got out of... what we can actually do with all these cartridges.
Okay. Where am I going to start this? That's what it is, Tadar, for me. It's Battle Zone. That's got the floatiness of Battle Zone to it. The way it scythes around. No, 100%. 100%. Good call on that. That's Battle Zone all over. And it wasn't even that long ago that I last played Battle Zone either. Yeah, I saw you driving off on that and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to ignore it.
No, I just wanted to see if it was actually going to be something I could stick up here in this hangar. And lo and behold, she does fit through it.
Hello. Oh, right.
Oh.
Hey, friend. Wrong place. Oh, God.
That's okay. Got
Stop
it.
shooting. He's in Bob's range. He literally came to us.
Okay, so I think I just found what I'm going to work on then while you're working on that and just get some very basic defenses up and going here.
You might want to use the more of the plasma stuff that doesn't take ammo.
Ooh, yes.
Lazy mode engaged, basically. Hey, wasted. Why did you build an advanced rotor? I don't know. At least I could find it in the menu. Maybe, Matthew. I don't know. I think there's a difference between this world and that one. In that this world it's just me and Farrell at the moment. That keeps the potential sim speed carnage relatively limited. Even though, I mean, admittedly, we do still have like the trade surplus is still up over there.
If we really need reinforcements, we can go there.
Need to go and assess something quickly. Have Green Team overtaken the trade surplus? Yes. Just had to double check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for.
That's actually pretty handy. That the jump power on that hover system is good enough to get over that hangar wall.
Because
that just came in very handy just there. Let's stick it properly here.
Have I heard of Caravan Palace? Of course I have. What's the range of houses in space? I have no idea, Peter. That'd be very interesting to work out if the gravity mechanics to it still apply in space. If not, there's some fun to be had there.
Well, yeah, especially when you start considering gravity fields, gravity generators and whatnot. You could do some pretty trick shots. Yeah.
You could also technically fire around, capture it with a gravity field, and then save it up for later. Because you've got to assume that they basically... The reason Bob picks up the rounds this fires is because they are actual physical objects that pay attention to gravity. That's how the cannon system works. It spawns an object out of the end of this thing. And out the back as well at the same time. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that's modelled. Is it gravity, or is it just he's drawn a curve? If you know what I mean. You getting it done, Bob? You look like you might be.
I thought we had that in there.
Can you build up to the point where I can stop building the turret bit?
I do not actually have that.
Alright. Someone's angry at... Oh, hello, someone's angry at... You are a...
Oh.
You're a keen one. Well.
Wow. Oh, I'm dead. That got me. Couldn't get out of the way quick enough.
Oops. Oh well. If you ever wondered, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take out a drifting pursuit. You jump on its head, grind its turret down, and then grind through its body through to the other turret. And then it does that.
There you go. And on my end, that just dropped to the planet like a stone, phased partially through the planet, and then reappeared on top of it.
For me, it produced all of the explosions. It hit the ground and then did a full-on, like, multi-trigger explosion. Waited as a ninja, dead ninja. Hey, it worked really well to begin with. I got that top turret off, no worries. Doing the grinder dance back and forward as the turret tried to track me. If you get close enough, they really struggle. Right, where was I? Trying to work out what the turret for this one's going to look like. Yeah, that grid, bit clangy. Do you want to stop clanging, my friend, and just go away? I'm not sure we actually...
That would be nice, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I got away from grinding it down. What I was trying to do before Mr. Drone interfered was actually a turret place, but I'm not too sure on where it actually is going to expect to kill it from. So Bob is on, but clearly not doing anything at the moment.
Oh, he's busy. Remember, I just gave him like a full blueprint to work on.
Okay, there we go.
He's working over here, at least. I promise. Bob's busy.
Okay, yeah, now I'm getting a little bit... Oh, yeah, I'm getting that ridiculously oversized turret fun there. The welding sparks.
Low. Fuel critical.
A hover spag. What is a hover spag?
Hover spag. I do not know. Text fire, oh ye of little faith. As if we're gonna lose that attacking a pirate base,
No, if we were, to be fair, if we were gonna lose it, we gave ourselves pretty ample opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm.
We, in this occasion, did not.
I think it proved itself out pretty well.
That's fucking awesome. This is what happens when I go and delete all of Lucas's drones that are stuck on the ground. It's this sudden mass incoming drifting pursuant hatred that apparently just want to fall on the base at this point.
That's okay. He's busy shooting at me right now.
He's lost his bomb turret.
Yeah, that's why I gotta try to get under it. Nah, can't get under it in time.
The bottom turret's gone.
Yeah, I was being shot at by the top turret.
Oh, that much I realized.
That one was still very much intact. And apparently is still very much actively shooting us. Not helping that. I've lost control for that, so let's deal with that first.
So this is none of these guns that are so ridiculously long that they're hard to ever to get actually to attach, right?
Wow, Bob, I gotta give you some really good sniping credit there. You did a... Up there they are. You know, you'd think if you open up the debris off of your body that the game would be intelligent enough to say, yeah, I should show you what you need to pull out of that, instead of just saying, no, you're gonna try to pull from a cargo container instead. Which is nowhere on that grid. Silly game.
Come on.
Large pulse cannon construction box. Oof. What is that?
Where is the actual cargo point on these? There is one. Maybe on the back, right?
For, what? Oh, you mean on the, ooh. Could be building a von Luckner tank out of Battletech there.
Yeah.
Large pulse. Sure, I'm gonna find that immediately on this thing, wherever the heck it is. large laser construction box. Aha!
I don't even know if these cannons actually work by conveying them up, or if you just have to put stuff in them manually, but I'm going to give it a go, just in the hope that this one I can stick some cargo on the back of, and actually have it, because this one's going to shoot a lot quicker. You see, yeah, guys, it's got 3 guns at the moment. Like, you guys should know me well enough by this point to know that the reason I've got 3 guns laid out like that is so that I can then pattern the guns cool when I put more on. Not because I intend to just have 3 guns. Come on.
This is not a small gun. Good grief.
What?
Oh, just the 2 pulse lasers. The pulse lasers I'm going to be or not pulse lasers. Are they pulse lasers? Plasmas. The dual plasma cannon and the large tri-chart. We got more incoming.
Okay, there's a remote drone assembly over there that we might have to go and deal with shortly.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Incoming. Oh, you got the prototype.
I was using that!
Alright, well, if he's going to continue to come from that direction, I'm just going to park the hover out there and let that deal with it.
No. No. Bob's got plenty to do, apparently. I don't know why he's not welding up this stuff here.
Oh, that's lovely. The large pulse cannon needs magnesium.
Come on, get on with it.
We're not as steel plates, are we?
We have that average amount of steel plates. I think the build and repair system just might be... what's it doing? Current welding null. Current grinding null. It's not a great sign.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, what we're probably getting is more of the Rattler trying to weld stuff up.
Yeah, what's happened to Bob? Why have you sunk through the floor? Yeah. Fuck off. Yeah, they were stuck trying to grind something. I don't know what it was they were trying to grind, but they were stuck trying to grind something. Second I've clicked go on that, they are...
Of course.
all ham, for goodness, on the project here.
And this is probably too close to be of any use to that, so... reposition that, but face it a different direction.
Sure. I think that seems sensible.
About. That though. That's incredibly stupid. So the pivot point for that is not by default where the actual thing is. Okay. Incoming.
Bloody hell, we might need, we might need to go and deal with this thing sooner rather than later. I was kind of hoping to have the big gun done in time, but apparently. Oh no, that was one of the little ones. They don't last long.
You don't. Alright, what do you take?
Wasted I have created. Oh shit. Fuck. Fail. I've cheated quite hard.
Uh-oh. Yeah?
Yeah, I built like a decent portion of that with creative mode on. In response, I shall sacrifice Wedgie's vessel.
Seems like a fair trade. Magnesium powder. Okay, yeah. Universally, we are being stopped across the board for magnesium at this point, too.
There's only one thing we can do about that.
Find some magnesium.
Go to space. It's way quicker. I know it takes a while to get to space and back, but it's still like at most a 20-minute round journey.
Yeah, I think Stacy is still mostly fueled up to be able to get back up there. Oh, thank you, Keen, for doing that. Throwing me violently up in the air as I try to go in the cockpit.
I don't know, actually, Morph's got a ship here.
True.
Although Morph ship's been doing a decent job of actually protecting the base from shithead drones.
Oh, yeah. Now, let's see. First things first.
John Smith, fake name. Right, there we go. I like him. He's pointed out that actually the reason I had creative mode tools on is because I kept deleting drone corpses, which was actually parts. Yes, but the Rattler can't hold anything like as much cargo as Stacy can, Tex. Plus, are you really suggesting that we fly the Rattler? What's wrong with you? What's happened to the real Tex? This is a fake.
Well, that said, trying to get Stacy out of here may be more of a problem, because that wheel is acting wonky on it.
That's fine. Let me do it. No, I got this for you. Stacy's my bird. I know how to talk to her right.
Okay. She's pulling away, but the wheel just does not want to turn it right now for some reason. And I think it's... At least on my end, it's glitched into the voxels. Or glitched into itself.
I'm gonna go with this. All good.
All right.
Thanks, full. Another friend.
Yep, should be. I would probably say...
Well, bits of another friend.
Yeah. Alright.
Let's head off.
Yeah. Before anything
You wanna fly
else
us
comes
back?
down on our heads. Hmm?
You wanna fly us back?
Yep.
I assume we've got... Yeah, you got a cockpit up there. And, well, I suppose actually that cockpit's set up. You might as well use that one. Try the rover. The bars should be sensibly set up for space flight, if you know what I mean. I want to get a chance to get some shots.
On board?
On board.
Okay.
She should take off pretty cleanly. And last I remember, she's got wings more than she needs, basically. The runway would be more useful without all the damn planes parked on it. Yeah, but it's not big enough for any of the planes either, so... It's kind of why it's got all planes all over it, because every time we land, we're like, yeah, we would land on the runway, except we don't fit.
As I recall, when I did this last time...
Yeah, but she should have plenty, if I remember rightly. The only one that struggles to get to orbit on without, like, really perfecting the takeoff is Wedgies. See you soon, home base. World's looking pretty. We appear to be going down, Farrell. Just saying.
Okay. Okay, that should not be the case. Come on, hydrogen.
Now we're accelerating. No, you had to fight off the fact that we were going down. Now we're going up.
That's better.
100 meters a second.
Misleading.
More like it. Yeah,
the misleading case where you're going up and you're going down, but you don't realize it. So
you're going
feathering the
sideways
hydrogen.
really quite quickly. I think was part of it as well, and yeah, it would be very nice if that meters a second. I don't know, when you were in a gravity well, had a minus on it in relation to the planet, perhaps, or something. I have no idea how you'd do it, but it's very hard to tell at night that actually what you're doing is heading down quite rapidly.
Why are you doing that? Yeah, I'm still going down. I had no problems with you that other time getting you out. What is going on here?
Let me have a look.
Alright, let's turn off the overridden hydros.
Yeah, I think you might be overriding all of the hydros at once.
Yeah, probably, because now she's picking up again.
Yeah, it's overriding all the hydros at once. Let me see if I can get you a forwards group.
I just need to turn off thrusters, or the damps.
Yeah, you have, if you have time to get it out on your bar, a hydro forward group. Now you could override. I'd replace the one you've got there with it because, yeah, that's useless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually putting the nav ball on
He
the
is.
ships probably wouldn't hurt either. Oh, I'm not. Oh, actually, I'm in a grid. I can't tell.
She is still fighting me here. Doesn't feel like I'm really gaining much altitude.
No, you're not.
Reactors. I either have reactors or batteries are off right now. Back up the damps.
That looks a bit better.
Yep.
Reactors were indeed off.
Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah, I thought we had the nav ball
I mean,
mod on
it's-
the server. We might want to put that on at some point. It's clearly something that's actually useful.
Oh yeah, that would look pretty good on this. Let's see if I can pitch it up to
You are gaining height now.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm going more vertical.
Mm-hmm. Oh. That could have gone wrong quite badly.
When we start
multiple
taking down
times
to
falling
3,000
towards the
meters,
ground,
yeah.
you're like, eh. I'm pretty sure that base is just getting close, because I don't always have the luxury of the altitude indicator either. Ugh. Fun time. Stacey didn't want to go to space, but we're taking her there anyway.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that it's definitely doing that weird, like, if I try to thrust up, she's going to pitch over nose first.
Yeah, well, that's the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on. Check your parking brakes not on. That's one thing that can do that.
Nope. It says it's not on right now.
Yeah,
that's
what I
on,
thought.
that's off. So...
Oh, crap, back in a second. Brother has been allowed into the property.
Yeah, we're almost there anyway, so good timing.
We got plenty of hydrogen, so while we do have ions, I wouldn't get too torn up about using them until we get right close, and then switch over for maneuvering. Hydros have half a chance of giving you some decent braking. Prevents the incoming collision. Hey, trade surplus and the Musa. What you folks been doing? Oh, and then the sun comes across. Lovely. Just to welcome us home. I love how in one place, the bottom of the trade surplus actually looks a bit like a Musa Grandis has just been melded into it. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, should be.
There it is. Space Engineers occasionally gets the pretty game check, yeah. Oof. Ominous. Oh, I know what some of the problem might be. We might want to turn the wheels off when we're not using them, because I'm watching you like move around here, and the front wheels like turning left and right and spazzing out occasionally and doing weird things. All right, you're lined up. Just need forwards a bit and stop. Just down. Yeah, down here on the bottom. Does that not look like a bit of the Musa Grandis has just been like, at one point there was another Musa Grandis that had twin jump drives, and someone's just kind of like bolted it to the bottom of the trade surplus at some point, like Musa Grandis V1.
Alright, let's see. We should have magnesium. 114,000 ore underfined. Or, yeah, underfined. Of course it's underfined, it's ore.
Purest unrefined ore.
And I can't get it out of the tower that it's in. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I thought we wired this thing up.
Interesting.
Oh, I see. The connectors become unconnected.
We connected it up otherwise.
No, it's got a... It's connected to the trade surplus.
Yeah, but I swear we connected it up through a more permanent mean at one point. Did we not?
Probably should.
Did that not ever actually happen? Might not have ever actually happened.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to fix for now. We've still got Bob on up here, right?
He's merged on, so yeah, I can stick a pipe in.
Mm-hmm.
Up here we have Super Bob.
Super Bob. Of course, the problem is I need to have the parts to actually make the conveyor tube, or at least start it.
Confirmed, Super Bob runs at exactly 1.25 the speed of normal Bob. And only requires 15 more.
There we go.
Because of the inevitable loss of the more Bobs you add, the worse the game runs, and therefore the slower Bob runs, and therefore the less you actually gain in real time. Just saying, I suspect that's a pretty real thing.
Makes sense, yeah.
Efficiency of sim. It's an important calculation you must take aboard. Daisy! Daisy!
Okay, 80,000 on board. We probably should have actually checked to see if there's anything else we need before we came up here for just magnesium.
Mag. Well, we call it a Lazarus, that's why. Short Lazarus, if you say so. I think I find it. Stacy!
I'll bring down some more elite tools since we didn't have anything down there.
At a guess, uranium.
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay. Apparently it was all our fault, Farrell. We overruled taste.
Oh?
I can't remember. Like 10 years. That was like 10 years ago.
That down there we've got that. Silver, a good chunk of magnesium. Silver, and we've got.
I suppose we probably doesn't hurt to bring iron.
Yeah, I brought down some scrap too.
Of course.
Since that'll speed right through it. How much do we have up here for steel plate? Quite a bit of it.
Bring things. I think this is the summary. Things is what we require. Computers are useful, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring 10,000 of those. The sad reality of this is, with the exception of like a couple of parts, some of the survival endeavors I've done lately are starting to make these numbers from a survival perspective look kind of weak. If you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's fine. You got a lot of some components here, mostly the iron ones. But, you know, the rest of this stuff, where's your cobalt supply, firstly? 100, that's not very much.
Okay, I think we're pretty good here. Ready to go?
Do we even have any platinum? Probably not.
Yeah, 158.
I got a bit more than that,
So,
just spread out across various containers, but no worries. Sure. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
To space! And then to a planet.
Come on.
Jackson, we have about 25,000 steel plates because raisins. Okay, directed energy has just shown me the pizza that he mentioned at the start of the stream that he was making from scratch.
I'm
Holy
seeing
Christ,
it on the other monitor.
that pizza looks amazing. Wow. How long's left on the stream? An hour and 20 minutes. All right. Just double checking when my pizza's going. It's not going to be as good as that, but that really makes me want to have pizza now. Good choice of ingredients as well, so I like it. Some people won't, but I'm down. Don't forget MG, we brought MG. Hey,
We have
decay.
plenty of magnesium.
I don't know why it wasn't processed, but there you go.
Well, because it was in the tower, so it never had access to the trade surplus's refinery system. I'm sure right now it is filtering through quite a bit of stuff in the refineries. Which even that setup that we've got, you know, when you look at stuff like what's going on in PvP, it's like, yeah, we've got a lot of refineries up on the trade surplus, but, you know, they could be so much better right now.
That's right, guys. He's got pineapple on this pizza. I approve personally, but yeah, there's pineapple on that pizza. It's a good amount of red onion as well, which I approve of. And I suspect, although I can't confirm, I can't see for sure, there may well be some ham there to go with that pineapple. I do hope so. Unless you're vegetarian, of course, in which case, each your own, but for me, that would have a bit of ham on it too. Maybe even some mushroom. And no, I'm not getting pizza delivered. As I said, I went down and got a fresh pizza made up earlier. So I'm too lazy to make it myself. Sometimes, once in a blue morning. But yeah, not this day. This day I bought a fresh pizza, ready to cook later.
This would be the part where I would say, hang on, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to preheat the oven.
Now, you see, I knew that mentioning the fact that this had pineapple on it was going to get chat riled. Nothing gets chat riled quite like. Am confirmed. Good man. Good man. We're doing the dropping quite fast thing, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just giving her a little burst of hydro just to kind of correct that a little bit.
Even then, we should be alright to go back on.
Yep.
But it doesn't hurt to keep a momentum that's heading vaguely towards the base. It shortens the overall journey. We've got plenty of hydro.
Actually, if there's anything I should be doing, it's...
Hair off on one. Is chat really
There's the
flipping out
Atmos.
over this? It goes soggy and is weird. So what? Best opinion on pineapple ever. Nothing like dropping in the night. Yeah, there's a bit of that. Like dropping in over a bunch of enemy stuff while we like wait for the moment in which the wings kick in with the fingers crossed. It's
a
very
heavily loaded
kind
down
of,
plane.
kind of KSP approach, except with its own special ones that are. I don't know. This has got its own special Space Engineers additions.
Speaking of which, fueling station, defense installation. What if they're going to keep the hydros on while we go over those?
They'll keep spawning is the problem. I think it's every 6,000 meters it does a calculation to see if there's empty space to spawn another location. Kind of assumes that, I don't know, you want a busy looking world, I guess. Although I've got to admit, my latest craving on pizza is buffalo mozzarella.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it melts in just a certain special way, and it is, yep. Buffalo mozzarella, get it on everything now. To the point where mostly, basically everything starts with a buffalo mozzarella margarita, and then we can go from there. You see now there, Fragwitz is onto something, which is unusual because last stream Fragwitz was giving me crap, but this time he's onto something, which is people who put anchovies on pizza. Now come now, I understand anchovies' role in enhancing flavour, but do not put that stinking fish on the top of a pizza and make me look at it and eat it in concentrated form. Don't do that. There's no reason to do that. There's places for an anchovy, and it ain't on a pizza. Buffaloes aren't made of cheese. That's a fair point. To be honest, I should get used to checking the validity of the products I'm buying. Whereas I feel like, short of a vegetarian, Laurendale's message of bacon on everything, is something we can all get behind. Having been split opinion for a second between that pineapple and the anchovies, we brought up the hot topics in pizza. Let's bring it back together again for a little group hug around bacon.
Bring it together for a group hug if I don't crash this thing.
Ground sighted.
Yep.
Okay.
That was an abrupt stop.
Yeah, it was the front wheel dying, but only losing that. Getting back from here, how's your gyro ability to lift up the front? No. This has no shields. We can't pull that off. You can't, can you?
No, I can't get the nose out of the ground. That's the problem.
Okay, no. Chill. There's ways we can fix this that does not involve driving it like a sled across the ground with a ship with no shields.
No, I don't. No, I'm not trying to. I was trying to actually lift off.
Yeah, but that's what happened on my
lift the
end.
nose.
No, understood. I'm just saying that's what happened on my end was sled. There's enough room under there to get pistons under the front end and lift the nose up in order to either add another wheel or whatever we want to do. But it's fine. Space Engineers is a problem-solving exercise. Also, fuck off drones. Maybe definitely feck off drones. Missing a few bits on the back here. What's up?
Nope. I can help it. Need both sides to lift up here. Oh! And the wheel's still there. It's out of the ground now. Break. Yeah, it's fine. There we go. Also, possibly muted space.
No. Thinking space.
Oh.
Thinking space. Also a thing. Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Whoa.
Oh, not again. Come on.
What's going on there?
Same thing. I think it's glitched the piston out through, or the landing gear out through the ground again. That nose wheel just does not like it.
Where's my ATA mills? I'm blind.
You know what? I think I'm going to propose that those pistons probably should just be a permanent part.
Yeah, not that bad.
Because, yeah, the front wheel for me on my end is doing a very good yo-yo act right now. And while the rest of Stacy is just bouncing up and down very slowly. Actually, even helps with the clearance underneath it, too. As he now gets stuck inside of the ship.
Good, good. As I hoped. And proper AA here. So we can aim fully upright if it needs to. It's slightly got too many gyros, I have to admit. Might want to turn the power down on them maybe.
I hear another drone.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones as well. One of the ones that likes to crash on us. Getting bobbed, he's getting shot, he's getting... Yeah.
Yep, I got his top turret too. However, I suspect we've probably sustained a bit of damage.
We do have shields on the base. Whole thing's behaving very odd.
The game, the grid, or all of it?
No, the turret I've got on here. Aha. I see the problem. Hey. There you go. Of course, we never built a way to unload Stacy here, did we?
Well, down towards the other end of the runway, but it's not all that reliable. It does in no way mean that Stacy does not indeed or not have it going on.
Well, I've got some mag out if nothing else, so...
Yeah, I've already got some in the refinery too. Hopefully.
Something does sound like it's clanging out, I'll give you that.
Just
under the ground
Stacy's
here.
cargo pink. I like that.
Yeah, I did.
I think it maybe Bob is stuck trying to constantly rebuild the base or something.
No, I think that's something.
And another drone.
Yep. Sounds like something inside Stacy is clanging somehow.
What the heck could be inside that thing that would have... Well, the wheels were acting up, at least for me, but...
Another thing could be is this. Well, or the blooming... To be fair, it could be the pistons. In fact, it is the pistons, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the only thing keeping the nose gear from sinking right through the floor.
Nice. That's better. I unlocked most of our construction queue problems as well.
Mm-hmm. Except it's not... Did you have to turn Bob off?
No, I had to build the things it was missing. And sort out our assemblers because they were not, like the co-op mode was stuck in various places.
I'm still not getting any Bob action over here.
It's doing stuff. It's going to take it a while to catch up. There's loads of stuff that's been done since.
Okay. In the interim, that's what Bob version 0 is for. A nice elite grinder.
So the answer is no. The flat cannons do not hook up to a conveyor system.
Sounds like grounds for rejection there.
Well, neither do the other ones, to be fair.
True. I mean, the whole system is kind of manual load for everything, really.
Doubt I can get at that one, can I? No. Really?
Yeah, another one. Well, that's a good spot for that turret.
Seems fine.
Yep. Just saw that shot just go streaking off into the night there.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the shaking here. Will resist urge to fire again. Need to fully load all blocks. Then fire. No, please, space engineers, wait. Make me wait for your animation to finish before I can type in something in a text box.
You dare type before the game permits you to? What sort of madness is this?
Annoying weird madness.
Hmm. Yeah, it is getting... It's acting a little on the funky side right now.
How do I load the middle one? Is that? Let me see your thingy box. No.
I just see debris flying out the corner of my eye while I'm in the cockpit here. It's like, okay, yep, something just got shot down.
I should be able to see that, surely.
First, that would probably help.
There we go. Earth is that gun shooting at? You see something, little turret? Do you? Showing us where the nickel is.
Found it. Game does not want to let me do anything right now.
Whoa, bouncy.
I suspect we may need a bit of trash cleanup with all the stuff that's crashing out here. I know there's at least some one or two small grids that managed to somehow phase through the planet.
Maybe. It's possible. Has been known to happen. That's kind of nasty, but I mean, I can sort of deal with it. I just wish I understood why it was bouncing like a lunatic. It may just be weight balance. Doesn't look like it though. It looks like something's interfering in some weird way.
But just like when it's firing, it's bouncing around, or ooh.
No, it's bouncing around all the time.
It's... Oh, I see. The turret jiggling up.
Yeah, it's doing the turret
15%
jiggle.
coming in.
Well, that, however, I can probably still deal with. Where are you? Wow, that's some bounce.
Coming right over me here. Nope, that was a clean miss. That was a hit.
Does this have multiple ammo types like the other one does? No. That bouncing is too annoying. What have I done? The other one doesn't bounce. This one does. Also, that gun's pretty disappointing. I gotta say, I mean, I'm not helping myself out by having it run slowly.
Didn't really look like it was doing much when I was seeing the hits on that.
It's only firing one of the guns. Well, that doesn't help. Okay, we just need to sort out the RPM, and that's the problem. Okay, that's quite cool. If we ignore the bounce. Thankfully, Bob clears up the mess here. Otherwise, this will make quite one. Oh, God. Thankfully, Bob clears up the mess here. Guess what else he clears up?
What?
The shells.
Oh, yeah.
Why is the weapon crap? Well, that's because Bob's fucking grabbing all the shells out of thin air. Yeah, I tried sharing tensor thingamajobby and it just made the turret behave weird. See if I... Alright, maybe that fixes it. Makes it a bit laggy in comparison. It's like much less good, but it also doesn't bounce like an idiot, so I'll take that. Barrel!
Mm-hmm.
Should we go try our new cannon?
As soon as I get off my little own bouncy ride here. Drifting pursuit coming in.
Can you disable Bob
for that thing? Okay, disable Bob. Sure.
Say when.
Bob off.
Roger that. Preparing to fire. Target in sight. Firing. Confirmed. Considerably more effect when Bob is not removing the projectiles as I fire.
Ouch.
Where did it just land?
Text, look away. I'm kidding. It landed spot almost right on top of
Just landed in a gap.
Worf's. Yeah. But just the spot that it did, it went down and I'm thinking, oh no, not right on the Rattler. Of course, now it's going to be there until Bob can actually start dealing with it, so let's get him back on.
Well, and also...
Other thing we also need to do
Bob,
is... Guys, loaded over here. Great news is these drones are delivering a steady stream of ammo for us. Almost like we didn't need to go back up to the trade surplus now.
If you say so. The turret you built even working?
The one up there? Yeah. That, believe it or not, has, well, you can see it's definitely hot for
looks
the
kind of
target
angry,
there.
yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. It has definitely been shooting things. Well, there's part of your problem with this design. You didn't have any uranium in the reactors.
That also doesn't help. I did bring a whole bunch down in Stacey.
Yeah, I got some basic stuff in her now, so...
Who still sounds like there's something, like, broken inside it. Oh, it's this. Now I remember.
Mm-hmm. Pistons which are keeping the wheel from glitching through the ground. Actually, you know what? There's something very simple that we could be doing to combat that. Pop out the wheel and put in a hover.
I don't really behave quite the same. Where were the reactors on this thing?
They're right behind the cockpits.
Ah, yeah.
Port and starboard. I've got about 4 or 5 in there, I think, if I remember right.
Let me look at the... There you go. Yeah, the ports on those are really odd looking. To say.
Mm-hmm. I'd say they look ready to go out for a spin.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Over there, we have a remote drone assembly and a spiteful aggressor heading our direction. Should we go and take out the fuckheads that have been causing our problems?
I'm all for that. Let me clean up my HUD real quick here, because I have 1,000,001 GPS points out there for ore. I don't really need right now. We taking both out against it, or just that one?
Well, the spiteful aggressor is going to come into range, so... Oh dear. Apparently this ship does have a problem.
Yeah.
It hits them and takes them out hard enough that they collide with the base, basically. That one missed just about, but one shot had that thing done.
I mean, if anything, the telling sign here is when you zoom out and you just see nothing but carcasses littering the landscape. From everything that's been shot down overnight.
Hang on, I need to make one adjustment. Oh, sorry, I need to make a couple of adjustments to the program because I thought that was causing the problems, and in fact, what I can do is change those to that, change that to true. Cool.
Okay.
Ready to roll out?
I am.
All the tanks. Go.
Mod shift first step. It's a doozy.
Stabilize, Farrell, stabilize.
I'm good.
See some turbulence in flight there.
No, just a tree.
Target side.
Indeed.
Shit. The nose, it is too high. Hey, you there. Desist. Desist immediately. Hello. There's the big guns. Yes, I think I'm definitely in the anti-aircraft mobile. And you're definitely in the anti-vehicle mobile there. Because I was doing some stuff, but definitely could tell when you opened fire.
Well, that was the GATs weren't even active when I went in there.
Oh, mine neither. I don't have gas on. No need. Have a hover tank patrol. It's almost too much.
The only thing we're missing are the flashing police lights now. Yep, not much left of that place. What we need to do is keep the turret fixed like that.
Yeah, I literally just thought exactly the same thing. Look.
And then set up a trigger on the bar here.
To be honest, we might be better off with rotor locks. You know.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I do. And then go up and... Nope. You don't want to do that, huh? Ah. Silly game. There we go.
I think
Yep,
you hit me
I think I
with that.
found... No, I definitely did not hit you. The crater's quite a ways behind you there. Unless that was
You
splash
say
damage.
that. I reckon it does a fair bit of splash, man.
But yeah, that actually works. If you keep the turrets in that position, then you can definitely pull off that, well, at least until you change position. Rotor lock, definitely.
Right, shall we... Okay, so let me think. There was a salvage zone, and I seem to remember, wasn't there some other stuff around it?
Yeah, flying in on approach to the base.
I think my blueprint of this vehicle might be the one before we added extra gyros. Either that or the rotor locks give me some pain turning, because, oh yeah, they do. Ignore me, it was the rotor locks.
Yeah, seems like it's fine on my end. I've got the azimuth rotor locked.
Moving on now. Oh, it might be partly because I just ditched a huge amount of shell casings from the back of my vehicle as we did that jump there. So that might actually have more to do with it than I realized.
Yep, that would probably...
A whole bunch of shell
pretty
casings
big.
just come flying off.
That would definitely be a major drag
At
on the
the
turning
same
capabilities.
time, I can't help but feel like that is an incredibly, like, macho thing to do, to have happen. Like, if your craft is dropping shell casings off because it's going too fast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, coming up on the fueling station.
Fueling station? I don't see no fueling station.
If you're following me, there's one about 4 kilometers ahead.
But I'm not following you, I was heading towards the salvage location.
Oh. I didn't see the salvage location.
GPS. Oh, I've still got loads of shell casings on me. Like loads of them. They're all standing up on the back. Stuck underneath the rotor.
Yeah, this is off where we had the, whatchamacallits on landing. So where is that salvage yard that you're working on, then?
Yeah, this thing's literally just a shell casing collector at this point. With this design way worse than that one because the shells come out way closer to the hull. Did you give me a GPS?
Yes, I did.
So you did. 13k away. Alrighty then. Off for a journey.
I figured since these guys are low enough to be a bit of a threat as we fly in.
Deploy wings. Bzzzt. Deploy landing gear. This is how to travel on the planet. Fuck
Yeah,
wheels.
This, absolutely, yep. And getting everything wrong with the wheels, and having them all act up, and having to remember to change around suspension settings.
Have wheels as like, again, this every time I play this, it feels like Space Engineers, as we've mentioned many times, should have a tiered approach, and this is like your second tier after wheels. You have to fuck around with wheels to begin with, and after a while, you've collected enough materials, you've unlocked enough research, you've been to enough places, whatever it is that they deem you need to do, and then you unlock yourself some hover engines, and then way off you go at hyperspeed. Everyone's happy.
There you are.
Howdy, friend.
I think we got a refueling depot, or fueling station ahead of us that could use a little bit of taking down. That fuel's there, they're ours.
I feel like before we advance any further, while technically I think I prefer that craft, you should probably paint it red.
Okay.
This can be the red-green collaboration.
There we go.
Hey guys, the fact that we're flying the hover tanks without needing the shields to absorb the impact should give away a little bit. These things actually fly really quite well. Like, there isn't very much concern here because they fly good.
I mean, the fact that I could just, you know, send it rocketing into the air and I don't really have to worry about it.
Let's
I'm
go.
perfectly happy with that.
Again, it's rather reminiscent of how you feel like space engineers should be. A pair of fucking custom-built rotor turret hover tanks are out to get their enemy.
Okay, let's see if I can pull this off. Nope, not really. Now I think I am kind of feeling that rotor lock.
Right, I can. Target neutralized. Nah, you see, I do have my uses.
That's because every time I go in, I manage to find the one weakness on the tank, which is not to flip over like that. No, you don't. Nice try. Going downhill, if you're trying to make a turn going downhill, doesn't work out very well.
Attempting to locate missing turret. Blowing up hydrogen tanks for lols. Missing turret locate. Yeah, the gunship comes in strafing. Temptation to blast it out of the air rising. I feel like I need to...
Alright, let's see if I can...
have a... Am I out of ammo? I might be out of ammo.
Out of ammo?
Yeah. Well, I shoot a lot more rounds than you do.
Hmm. This is true. Into that. There we go.
No, I'm not out of ammo. Just the salvo group mod doing its thing where it gets freaked out if you end up with not ammo in all of your guns. Holy Christ. Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
Come and observe the wonders that it... Oh god, oops. Little up there.
Mm-hmm.
Stop kid.
All the
Stop kid, man. Yeah,
it's nice how they're all standing up on end.
I know,
Nice
isn't it great?
and neat for you. Yeah. Those things have some weight, some very particular weight to them. It's like your hair is standing up on end almost. And then for some reason I'm not firing, which is annoying because it's really fun doing that pop-up shoot thing. Okay, that's why I'm one out on that side. Having just questioned how you are out of ammo, what am I? I'm out of ammo.
I have worked out the technique for ditching the cartridges. Hey!
There we go.
Noisy bastard.
I figured out the pop and shoot. Now I'm out of ammo.
Okay, so I can't help but feel like next up is we need some... Dude, I'm all over this hover tank thing now. Fucking hell, these things fly. These things fly well enough that I just want to make more. Not necessarily off of these same designs, but...
Oh my, you just missed it on my camera. Just now, scrap metal started raining out of the air from my shot.
I feel like what we need next is a bigger vessel designed with like one person piloting it and 2 turrets.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Right.
I'm kind of actually thinking I mean, the base for that kind of the same sort of chassis that the Good Intentions had, where it had the two guns, different elevations on them.
I'm thinking we need to go proper Mad Max.
Ooh.
Or Guns of Icarus, you know. Like multi-level, like, Borderlands craziness. Because we're down in the desert now. Roving in hover vehicles. That's what I'm feeling. Should we head home, by the way? We actually have a little bit of a distance to go, I think.
Yeah, because, I mean, there is a defense installation ahead, but it's still 3 kilometers out. And I'm out of ammo, you're out of ammo, so all we're down to are the GATs.
Yeah, that's not the way of home, by the way.
Yep.
Just FYI.
Dramatic turn moment.
We need to fly together. So that at least then when one of us crashes, which will inevitably happen. I like the fact that, by the way, have you noticed that the damping on the turret is entirely based on how fast you're going? So the faster you go, the less the turret moves when you move around. Chasing him down, boys. Oh, these things are so fun to fly.
And then you just fling them off a cliff and they have no problems with it. I love it.
Yeah, a hover fortress tank, indeed, Atlas. No, I know, Tex, that's why we're heading home. And to be fair, to anyone wondering in chat, there is a bit more driving to this than might be apparent. It's minor adjustments, but you've really got to keep your forward momentum running because, I mean, if you look at my rear end, I get very close to the ground at times.
No, you can't, and you can absolutely auger these in if you drive them hard enough.
I'm also using space, which you won't be able to tell in the slightest, but you can use space to basically make yourself jump. And that's a very helpful one as well. But these things drive great. Look how fast we got home, which was 11.5 kilometers. Because you can just do the whole journey at 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
trees, not a problem.
Trees, you just angle
Tree in the
up
way,
for,
you just jump.
Or,
yeah, you just
to be
jump
fair,
over
we
it.
tend to be jumping most stuff. Combined arms turrets. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I like that idea, actually. If I'm going to have, like, Tex and Farrell in turrets arming, they should probably have combined arms turrets. Rather than... Because that way, any situation, both people can be firing. Rather than one person not doing something at any given time.
I mean, the fact that you can jump these things and they just about clear the wall there is beautiful.
The impossible parking job achieved by jumping over the back wall.
Forget about worrying about whether these things are going to fit through the hangar doors. Now I need overhead doors for these things. We'll call that the Jack-in-the-Box exit mechanism.
Well, you know what? I mean...
There's something to be said for that.
Something to be said for that, for sure. But especially we got the angular hangar doors, right? We got those funky, like, crazy angle ones, so we could do like an angular open top that we just bounce into. But I was gonna say, there's like, I don't know, 9 minutes until the end of the stream. We've got home. Should we do the unheard of thing and like empty the inventory and actually finish a stream on time for once?
Holy crap! That's like. Ridiculous. That's a crazy idea. You're a madman for even suggesting that.
I know. And then like the pod might be right and so on. And...
Oh, well, there is a slight problem with this idea though, because you know, obviously part of this mechanism is going down to the cryopods. Yeah.
No.
I think I found why the sim speed may be a little kind of wonky.
Oh, is that where the problem is? Oh, hello.
Slight problem with that.
Okay.
Good job, Keen. You've managed to merge a small grid with a large grid finally.
Compound
Without
blocks
need
confirmed.
for any sort of merge block. Yep.
There it is. Hang on. No, Farrell, stop. I need to get there and get your welder out.
Okay.
I'm definitely not up to mischief. Don't worry about it. Get there, get your welder out. Yeah, there you go. Need a quick screenshot there. That's not a bad angle. Let's have a look from this angle. There you go. This just in. Compound blocks confirmed. That can be the tweet to end the stream. Perfect. Perfect. Right. On that note, go away.
There we go.
If you wouldn't mind, thank you, Mr. Boat Grid. No, Farron, you need to get up here. No, there you go.
Yep.
You've unloaded your cargo, your inventory.
No, I haven't actually.
Well, why not? Bang, man.
Because I have gotten to the habit of, in the PvP matches, unloading inside the cryopod.
You need to come and join me up on the plinth that I've just made, because it's going to be the right height for the super cool screenshot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Perhaps not with my hand up like an idiot, but... Oh, that's perfect. Gary Glitter and the Wasted Space. Now we just need all of the hacks there, the same time as it was. Cheers for joining us, folks. That's been a fun one. I think while it took 2 streams to do so, the hover tank has been proven as a thing that might work, alongside the fact that we're now using like these fucking cool as hell artillery weapons that have got firing arcs and so on, and it's going to make every other weapon that I use from here on out seem just a little bit inadequate. Hang on, while I'm chatting away, what I could do, and I feel like I should do, is put the guns up. Hang on, stay there, Farrell. There was one improvement that could be made to that screenshot, and that was that it really wasn't obvious what the 2 tanks in the background were about. Whereas there is definitely room to fix that side of things now. Yeah. There you go.
Also,
it's been a pleasure, folks. There's been a bunch of wonderful people that have obviously donated and helped out the stream, but also it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you all tuning in. We will be back, when's next? Tuesday, I guess, for a little bit of the PvP, ourselves, I don't know.
Everything. Like server, network, you name it.
That's right,
well,
Bob.
Bob's finishing off our
That's right, Bob.
finally.
Finish off our platform while we do this. Well, the light's all weird as all hell. Come on, can I have some like nice moody lighting that makes the ships look cool? That'll do. Cheers, folks. It's been a pleasure. Helmet is indeed closed. I'll survive. As Farrell holds up his hand and freezes to wait. No, folks. Catch you for the next one. Yeah, there'll be a stream tomorrow. It's over on Twitch. Tomorrow night. Oh, yeah. Engineer Corps. And then prior to Engineer Corps, tune in to Wasted Space checks out the Armco Star Wars map, because that's the plan for during the day tomorrow. So if you're interested, I'll be doing that over on Twitch. Otherwise, pleasure, folks. A final donation from Leave Some Meat from Magbag. My aunt has pajamas that look like that. She's 76. That's why I'm wearing them. They're perfect. Night, folks. And thanks, Leave Some. An error occurred while trying to modify your live event. You may have been signed out. Please refresh the page and try again. AKA, you're not allowed to end the stream wasted space. It's too early. You've not been going long enough. You've broken it all. How dare you even think about this? You're supposed to be 17 minutes too long.
The 4-hour limit has not been broken. This is not allowed.
God damn it.